All right, everybody, welcome back to the Cargo Lytx Sports Desk. I am still Matt Sheffield, but today we are in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, to hang out with our friends from Rocky Mount. Start down there. Operations Fleet Leader Joshua Frederick, Fleet Leaders Sherry, Allison, and Greg are all here with me. Today we're going to talk about the drivers from Rocky Mount that are still in the tournament, focusing on the round of 32. Josh, Rocky Mount still has a lot of drivers left. From your perspective, what does that say about the safety culture here in Rocky Mount?
It just shows a overall stance of safety first attitude.
Yeah,
Man.
no, that's great. And speaking of Rocky Mount drivers still in the competition, Allison, you have a big group of drivers that are left. So let's get into this. In the local division, you still have two number one seeds, CJ Taborn. Did I say that right?
Tabor.
Okay. And John Boyd.
Yes.
How confident do you feel that one of them can win this tournament?
Oh, 100% confident. John and CJ both are super consistent. They are two of the safest drivers that I've ever coached.
You've got Michael Lindsay, Scotty Edmonds, and Thad Edge. That has an interesting matchup coming up against AJ Quinn, who is a former driver of the month. How do you see that working out?
He has really impressed me since he's been at Cargo. Him and Michael Lindsay both are a little less tenured than some of these other guys, but between the two of them, they have had less than 4 or 5 events in their entire tenure here.
Josh, when you look at a group like that where one fleet leader has so many drivers that are still in the competition, what does that tell you about the depth of drivers that are coming out of Rocky Mount?
Oh man, I'm excited about the amount of drivers that we have involved in this tournament.
Well, actually, before we get too far ahead, Allison, you've got several OTR drivers still in this tournament as well. Let's talk about the biggest story that's happened so far. 16 seed Ricky Hackney pulled a huge upset against the first seed. Now he's facing one of your drivers, Mike Campbell. How do you see him going against each other?
Yeah, I was really kind of heartbroken to see that those two were going to be put up against each other in the bracket because both of them I'm rooting for in this competition. Ricky Hackney, we know, is a bit of a Cinderella story. He has improved so much with his safety focus over the past year, so I'm really proud of him for doing so well. Michael Campbell has the experience. He's been in the competition before. He's very competitive. He's very invested. He's a hard worker. So I have no doubt that he will do great. I'm rooting for both of them. Either way, I'm going to be proud.
Another big matchup you have is Adrian Cafanegu. Did I say that right?
Cafanegu.
Adrian, I'm sorry, buddy. Who's going up against the Claremont favorite, Ron Bowling.
Yeah.
Tell me how it's going to work out.
So this one could come down to mileage. And if that's the case, Adrian puts in the work.
Josh, we've already seen several upsets in this tournament. It's clear that seedings don't really mean too much. What do you think the competition level is in this tournament?
Same as the basketball NCAA bracket. You don't even know you have a Cinderella.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, speaking of competition, Sherry actually has a really interesting situation this week. You've got 3 OTR drivers still competing. The 2 of them are going to face off against each other. Number 1 seed Teresa Colley and Anthony Collins are matched up. What's it like as a fleet leader to see 2 drivers of yours have to go against each other?
These 2 drivers actually surprised me because Teresa came from nowhere. Story. Anthony Collins has always been really good. So for her to go against him was a real surprise.
You also have Ray Clark. Now, everybody knows Ray was a 2025 driver of the month. He won outright last week to advance to the round of 32. How do you see him doing in this tournament?
I see him doing awesome because he's very safety oriented and he's proven himself.
Josh, when drivers start advancing week after week in a competition like this, how much confidence does that bring back to the terminal?
Yeah, man. I mean, it brings tremendous.
So much confidence. I feel like, you can really tell with the drivers that they're constantly asking you about it, how they're doing. They're wanting to look at the bracket, and especially if they get a shout out, you can tell that it really makes a difference on their attitude for that week. And
that's a great point. That brings up our last fleet leader today, Greg. You've still got 3 drivers left in the tournament. Let's break them down. Let's start with Greg Harrison. Perfect score last week. His came all the way down to miles ran. Do you think he can keep advancing like that through the tournament?
No, I know he will. I think the momentum is unmatched. He's the GOAT. Comes to safety, miles, that'll come. We'll get him the miles. I expect him to go all the way.
Kevin Fowler. He's facing Jeff Selzer from Allison's group. How do you feel about the matchup going against somebody in your own terminal?
Yeah, so this is actually an interesting matchup. Allison, you should know more than anybody about this one. So I acquired Kevin Fowler in a trade from Allison's fleet last year, and he's been amazing. I expect nothing but the best, and I certainly expect him to go the distance. And I've had the utmost confidence that he will.
Kevin, you come on back whenever you're ready.
And finally, Patrick Eatman. Tell me about him. You think he's got what it takes to make a run in this tournament?
Absolutely. If you like wild cards, I think, or a sleeper pick, he's a sleeper. You know, he's not talked about enough. He could go the distance. Just keep your eye out for Patrick Eatman.
Let's start to wrap this up. Josh, we've talked about Rocky Mount drivers still competing. With this many drivers still alive in the bracket, do you think Rocky Mount has a real chance to produce a champion this year?
Yeah, Matt and Allison, if I'm allowed to speak.
And we'll find out soon enough. I think really it's going to come down to seeing who the best is. Rocky Mount drivers are still in the tournament. We're going to see exactly how far they can go, whether it's Allison's 1 and 2 seeds, Greg and Sherry's drivers that are making true Cinderella runs in this tournament. It's going to be exciting to see. The round of 32 again is underway, guys. Please be safe. And we're done. Let's go.
That's cool.
I got something to say. I mean, y'all just gonna leave, and I